and we're ready. So today, guys, agents, we're welcoming Harry. He's one of the main dev and founders of LilGerm, and he's gonna, how do you say that? Drive us through this project, the utility, and I think it's one of a kind. So, as usual, Harry, you can have like a short introduction of yourself, and we can talk about the project and how everything works.
Sure, sounds good. Thanks for having us. I don't know. I shared the screen. I don't know if you guys want to jump on there, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. Funny enough, and maybe I'll tell the pitch first, and then we can say how the
Yeah,
contest kind of worked.
yeah,
Yeah,
the pitch first, and how we
cool.
be in contact, like how we did approach that thing together, and
Sweet. So, just a little bit of background about myself. I've been in the NFT space for longer than most. I actually worked on some CryptoKitties games back in 2017 with Dapper Labs. So if you've ever played CS:GO, and now I'm dating myself, but if you ever played CS:GO, there used to be this underground like skin trading market, and there you could basically gamble loot boxes and stuff like this. So we did the same for CryptoKitties, which was pretty cool. It got me into the Solidity space, and then eventually ERC 721, which CryptoKitties pretty much invented. But gas prices got so high, the game kind of fell flat because you had to kind of escrow your kitty to do the gambling and blah blah blah. So kitties weren't worth as much as the gas. But again, a lot of experience. A few months ago, back in October, I called up my good friend Blake. He's not in here; he's the artist. Um, and I was like, "Hey, we should get involved with NFTs, but I don't want to drop like 10,000 or whatever. I don't think that's the greatest ideas, but I have an idea. Let's make an NFT where we can select the items before you mint them or even after you mint them. Because I was buying NFTs, like collecting them, making my PFP them, but I got some random crap that I didn't like. Like, for example, I don't smoke or anything, so I don't want to advocate for that. Not that it's bad if you smoke, but I didn't want that in my profile, but I liked everything else. But how do I take that out of there? So, like, it got to be a way to allow the person to pick what they want. So we came up with that first. And then I was like, what if, uh, we could take parts out after the mint because something else dropped that was awesome, like a new hat or new sunglasses or whatever. So he came up with this process that still conforms to ERC 721, but we can actually take out parts of the NFT and even put new parts in, which also allowed us to actually sell individual traits or attributes on, OpenSea Rarible, all of this kind of stuff, just because we conform to the ERC 721. So if you think of it as like multiple NFTs inside of an NFT, and I'll explain later as we go. Um, and then like other things started to snowball because no one was really doing that, and I don't think many people are doing it still. But what happened was just, and again we'll get into the technical side, but this gave us an opportunity to actually be able to do multi-chain, and not just like a multi-chain where you have one set of collection on one blockchain and another. We can actually bridge, and I use that term loosely, but bridge your NFTs from Polygon to ETH or even Tezos or Solana. And the cool thing about that is, if gas prices are really high when we do a drop of an item, but you still want it, you can actually mint it on Polygon, then wait till gas is super low, transfer it over ETH, and then you can sell it on wherever or use it,
yeah,
which was kind of
that's
neat.
definitely a
So that
first.
allowed us to also accept any form of payment. So we could actually mint these germs by you paying in Bitcoin, Matic, whatever you want, as long as you pick what blockchain you want to mint on. You can even accept PayPal, those kind of things. And then the other, kept snowballing. I was like, what else can we add to this? And I called up my game dev buddy, and we're like, have you watched Squid Games? Yeah, let's make a game where you can kind of just simply run your NFT down a track, and if the the robot guy turns around, you get shot. So we did that. We have a red light, green light game for your germ, and there's like a leaderboard. So every week we can give prizes and all this kind of stuff, which is cool because then we can also, because we can swap these attributes out, we can give prizes to the winners, and it specifically attach it to their NFT.
Which
Um,
basically could mean a unique item sometimes.
exactly. So we have like right now it's like a gold belt you get if you're first or second or third, and we like whoever it's timed, right? So you get to the end. I don't know if you've seen Squid Games. It was pretty popular for a while,
Yep.
so it's pretty unique. And then I, I was like, look, we can't just be like these other NFTs where they promise they're going to launch a car into space or some ludicrous thing. So let's make sure that we're done all of the tech that we're going to say we do, and then we doxed ourselves. So everything I've told you so far exists, is working. Our games are already approved in both app stores, Apple and Android. And yeah, we're just, like I said, we're really good at programming, in my opinion. Thanks. And the artwork is amazing. Check out this Jetpack's Instagram. He's crazy. But we're kind of like shitty at marketing. So, we're looking for collaborations, and that kind of leads us to here. Does that pretty much cover it at top, Adam?
Yep. Yep. And so basically, how like I discovered the project. Someone like just sent me a link about them. I checked that, and Harry was like hosting a contest into their Discord, where we had like to propose a trait that would be added to the collection. And of course, I thought like Syndicate Mask, and I asked the agent, "Let's go vote for that."
Right? You cheated. Kind of, not really, but like, yeah, because we could do these separate traits, we could actually, like, we've drawn everything, but we can add as many or take many away. And we are like, let's have a contest where we give a trait away. So we had this, I programmed this Discord bot. By the way, like, I coded everything. These don't use contracts from anywhere. We wrote the contracts. We wrote the Discord bot. And then all of a sudden, Adam came in with Syndicate Mask. And I'm like, why the hell has this got like double or triple or 5 times as many votes? And that's kind of how we met and talked about this. But it is cool. It's one of our favorite items, actually.
And yeah, that's how the story would be made. Agents, one blade, we're coming, and
Yeah. And like, we didn't, like, as soon as we started collaborating, we're like, let's we'll do the Syndicate Mask, and you can talk about what we're going to do with that. But we also had another winner, like the next winner. I'm just trying to find the mask here. Where is that? There it
so
is.
for the guy who just joined, I really advise you to watch the stream, so you can have like a sneak peek now with the mask jetpack dates on.
That's right. Yeah, he like, and like, we've spent so much time on this. Is like, I'll put it this way: I'm a professor of software engineering here in Canada. Jetpacks works at Shopify. Our game developer works at Arctic Wolf, which is a huge security company. We're fully doxed and all this kind of stuff. It wasn't about the money or these NFTs. It was really about doing something different. And we did, like, you guys are people that collect or invest. I'm using that lightly, in teams, and they don't get anything out of it. Get super pissed off or whatever. But the other thing is, how do you know people can deliver, especially if they're not doxed or whatever? And why shouldn't I invest my time and money into this beforehand? So that was really why we wanted to finish the game, finish the multi-mint, and all of this right off the hop. But you can see, like, this is just some of the work that we put in, even just the graphic design and how the game works and all this kind of stuff, right? To, this is all of our code. These are our API calls, right down to the Solidity contracts, all this kind of stuff.
So yeah, pretty transparent since the beginning, and over delivering. Like, rather be ready first and just do it during the mint process, and that's a nice approach. I think we've lost you, Harry. I can't hear you anymore. Yep.
To answer this, one of the key things is, you can see, like, there's only X amount of the items, so that's what kind of makes it rare. And because you can swap them later, technically you could collect all of the super rare kind of items if you wanted to. The Syndicate Mask is actually quite rare. We haven't picked the number yet, but I think it was like 50 or something, right, Adam?
Yep. So
then
basically, yeah, we're gonna like do a raffle for the first mask edition. So as Harry just mentioned, we're gonna have like one of the rarest trait on their collection, and we'll do a raffle for the mask holders to get that mask.
Shit, you still there?
Yep. I think Harry has like I think you have connection issues.
Sorry. Give me 1 second. I can't hear you guys, so hold on.
Does the other agent like can hear me, or is it just me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I think he has some issue. But yeah, basically I really like the idea of you start with a naked NFT and you can just customize it the way you want, and the price change with the attribute you have.
Shit. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry, that was my fault. I don't something. So I run this Mac machine that also has Parallels on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes the mic drops. Here, hold on. Sorry about that.
No worries.
What was I gonna say?
Oh
yeah. Sorry, you were talking about.
Yeah, the master and like we had like one of the rarest attributes, and yeah, think now what could be cool is seeing how the process work with the like starting from a naked and how like the price changes when you're minting the NFT. And you're muted there.
Yeah, I just get rid of these headsets. Okay, sorry.
No,
I really
no issue.
Anyhow, I don't know. That's like the gist of it. We also have like an affiliate program, so I should probably talk about this. We really hated like roadmaps and whitelists, even though this is called a whitelist. I'm just sick of hearing about whitelists and all this kind of stuff. So when I started this, I was like, let's do a classic affiliate kind of program where, you know, because we can mint this on any chain, we accept any currency. We can also track when people come in and connect with MetaMask or whatever they're using, what wallet ID is. And if we give them a link that they send to friends, you know, why not give them a benefit? So if you actually connect to our live site right now, connect your wallet and go to affiliate. I won't show you on here. You'll get a link and you send that out. If someone comes and mints, we'll automatically send your wallet 5% of the mint, which is kind of cool. And then when we realized I programmed that and it was like pretty simple, I'm like, we can.
We've lost you again.
Also do like simple whitelists. So same thing here.
I think. Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, we lost you like for the last 30 seconds.
Okay. I'll briefly do it again and just yell at me or type. I'm sorry. Maybe it's my Discord. Let me see. Could be my bandwidth too.
You're streaming at 8,080p. Maybe you can reduce it to 720.
Yeah, good call. And I feel like so. Yeah, there we go. Okay, as I was saying, if you go to our site, I'll briefly do this affiliate link, because like affiliates are kind of traditional. But I was like, I hate whitelists, blah blah blah. Go there, connect your mass, you get a link, and if someone mints from your link, we'll give you 5% automatically, no questions asked. The bot automatically does it. But that gave us another idea for this whitelist thing, which was like, I hate jumping through hoops when you go to these Discords, so let's make it super easy. So this is all automated. As soon as you connect the wallet and you join the Discord and like tweet out to LilGerms, you're on the whitelist, and we filled the whitelist in eight minutes for the first one.
Yep.
And then even the cooler thing, and again, we have so many like things, it's tough to even shill this sometimes because people don't get it, which is great about these AMAs, is like, the first whitelist was only 100 people, and I felt like, oh shit, we might have missed the boat, but how do I get these people to interact again? So what I offered was, if you tweeted again, we offered our first 100 people a limited like Twitter hat. So they actually, because they kept interacting with us, they now have like a limited attribute, just like you guys get the syndicate kind of attribute. So we can do some cool stuff like that as well.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think you can like show it maybe like when you start from a naked germ and how like the thing works, and about the price change and
Sure.
the
Yeah,
process.
I haven't heard it called Naked Germ, but that's pretty funny. So, like I said, we kind of have a base germ or naked germ, and we thought, we would just make it whatever gas costs. So that gives people the chance to join the game, play the Squid Game red light, green light thing, really like that. But if you wanted to like kind of customize it yourself, there's that Twitter how I was talking about. You can start picking them. Now we haven't like confirmed these numbers yet or the limited amounts and stuff. Like we're still doing that before the launch. But you can start actually picking each of these things that you want, how you want your germ to look. So again, the second place prize was these Molotov cocktail tentacles, which I thought are really cool. And then we can kind of build it as we go. The point would be like the more rare it is, maybe the more expensive it becomes. But let's say you want to get into the space, but you don't have the money or whatever, then you can still play for cheap, and it's not like crazy. But we also want to accommodate the people that want to flip these, so we have to make rare items as well. But it also means we're not like reliant on resales of this stuff, which a lot of these other projects are, right? Because that's what I don't even understand. These 10,000 drop projects where people are promising like insane things like building a game, right? So I'm a dev for 20 years, same with our game dev, and it took us 6 months to do like a simple game. How is an artist that's never touched programming before going to hire even someone even for $100,000? We don't get it. And
Yep.
how do you keep that product viable? So our plan is obviously we can just drop new items whenever we want, kind of thing. So or we can actually have other artists paint or draw, other accessories. So we don't rely on resales, and we don't necessarily even want people to resell, right? Because I prefer you guys all had germs as your PFPs.
Yeah, true. And as we said, like having our own mask right now, you feel entitled to it, so you wanna keep it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, and we can start doing cool things like we talked about, Adam. Like, because they're kind of NFTs in NFTs. If you have a syndicate, I don't know, a mask already from Syndicate, then maybe you get it on LilGerms, or maybe that gives you the opportunity to get it. So like the collaboration, this is really the first collaboration we've done, which I really appreciate, Adam. But it gave us a bunch of ideas for this kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, like we don't, and again, these collabs, like we don't plan to make money off of your mask or anything like that. That's more to get people in here and work with this.
And do you have any sneak peek of the game?
Shit. So like my game dev is not here. I don't. But if you go to our site, you can see it like on our video. So we have like a small marketing video. I wonder if I hold on. Would this be corny if I turned on my video and just showed it? Hold on 1 second.
All right. So yeah, while you're looking for that, I can explain like how we will do like as usual, guys. So we still have, I think, 50 is gonna be the number. Sorry, but I'm still gonna talk with the team and decide on the end numbers. So basically, the first edition of the mask. Oh, look.
Sorry. If you went to my video, and it's total cheese. I mean, the game dev would share a screen, but we'll have more on this. But yeah, if you can kind of, sorry, it's really difficult. So you race against other people, and again, super difficult to see. I can't really do it. But if you're running, there's like if I don't stop in time, you get like killed, etc. So like it's pretty simple, but that was the idea. So we also have, it's like we're calling it the arcade. So at launch, again, this is already approved in the store. It has a leaderboard, all that kind of stuff. But at launch, we also have, our game dev is awesome. He has an AR itch. So he has like, he's made this AR thing where we can just like kind of post them around. He had them on my Jeep and stuff like this. Okay. It's just a fun little thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's something like definitely new on the space. So
for sure. So we thought like these, like the first thought when I designed the idea for the game was actually I want to be able to import any NFT into it, which we can do because we have taken the 2D version and not created a 3D one like other people have done. We actually have the 2D doing the race. So we imported, not imported. If you connect with your wallet and you have other NFTs, you can actually run them. Now we're not releasing that with the game because we really want to push the germs at first. But in the short future, we've done it. Proof of concept works. We can put in Bored Apes. We don't have to put in anything. You just connect your wallet, whatever kind of thing. So we think that's cool. But that was the scope of the project.
That's super nice. And so yeah, like I was saying, like the first mask edition, we're gonna just run it through a simple raffle on the Discord for you guys, and also the second surprise, if I can say, is like there's gonna be a second edition of the mask, and that one for all the people that are right here in the AMA, I'm gonna post in the thread section right now just a message, react to this.
Yeah, so we just decided, if at the last minute there, anyone that comes to the AMA, we're gonna do another like giveaway for these masks so you guys can have them. And like I was kind of saying, and you'll see this when we launch, but you'll have like an inventory where you have unminted stuff and minted stuff, whatever, and that's where like your mask will be. So like again, we're not doing it for money, but these masks are crazy going to be rare, and we didn't plan that, but it is what it is. I mean,
yep. And for the second edition, by like just being here and to reward like people getting interested into those projects and the AMAs, you're just gonna have a whitelist spot for the second mask, so you won't have to like win it by the raffle. So GG's to you, and thanks for like supporting the Harris project.
And even this, like there was 150 or so, 100 on the first whitelist, and we offered this Twitter hat, not expecting it to be super rare, but like people get busy, they're in 100 Discords, so they don't pay attention. So there's only actually 30 of these Twitter hats, which are we didn't want them to be that low, but it's going to be again another super rare.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like people reacted to it, and they're getting rewarded for that.
Right. Same with Syndicate. I mean, you guys are the first collaboration. I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah, this is gonna really be great. Like, so if you guys have any question, feel free to ask them. Like, Harry is super open to anything, even it's like technical stuff.
For sure.
I'm just curious. I'm sure you're probably familiar with the Queens and Kings that Hackatow did, perhaps.
I haven't. No, tell me about it.
Okay. Well, it's maybe one to look into. The project, they actually have it set up to where you basically can exchange traits and things like that. And the reason I asked if you were familiar is because I think they've had some interesting things, and I don't know that this works the same, but like you technically have the ability to quote unquote hack your NFT, and you can pull, traits off, and then once you do that, it actually becomes several different NFTs, all of your traits that make up your queen or your king in that collection. But it's created some interesting issues on OpenSea because they'll have, like, if you look at the true floor of a queen or a king that actually has full traits, they're like way further down, and they've got these base models that are just basic plain bases, if you will, or naked germs, as Adam White called it. So I was just curious if this was going to function the same, because I don't know how far away you are from releasing, but that to me has been a bit of a problem for them, because it's just the optics of it. People come into the collection and it shows that as their floor. That's a lot cheaper than what people are actually paying for full queens and kings. So I was just curious of the similarities there. That's
really interesting. We thought we were the only ones that made this, which is cool. I gotta look at that. So we're probably down the same paths because of a couple problems. One, like you're saying, you can't like really rely on the OpenSea statistics because the pieces are different of the puzzle. On top of which we can allow multi-chain. So technically, you could have a hat that's super rare over on Polygon. You wouldn't know, it wouldn't be on OpenSea. So to solve that problem, we basically give the statistics on our site as opposed to just one site. I totally get what you're saying. I don't like relying on OpenSea algos and however they're rating that kind of stuff. So again, to be transparent, we just programmed it on our site because we have all the information of the sales and all of that via the actual blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
So it does suck that you do have to not suck, but you would have to come to judge, how much you want to sell it for or whatever. You can't rely on the floor.
Or you can do, because we have XTZ that's here and he's one of the founder of Byte Me, which is like the new marketplace where you can also multi-chains. So maybe you can I'll get you in contact with him. I mean, if XTZ you want to say something about that?
Right. Oh yeah, and you know what? And sorry to interrupt. I have seen this Queens and Kings. It's backed by pretty large people, right?
Yeah, it's like Sotheby's and Frank C was early in the project, I think. But I think it still has a lot of potential long term. But I think another thing that I would just encourage you is it was really complicated. Their process, at least, was very complicated to figure out for people on the whole exchanging. So keeping that simple, I think, is really critical because they were having to do a lot of training for people on how they actually went about changing or exchanging their characteristics. It seems like from what you're showing that your interface is I think it may be a little bit different from what you're doing, but also seems a lot simpler than the way their process
we works. Appreciate that. This interface was our first one. This is what we're going to release with. So you're right. Our goal was to do all of these cool things, but still make it simple so that it's one click to mint or whatever. So we have that understanding fully. So if you actually take away your hat and then do the process, it actually just automatically turns into the second NFT. And then it shows up in here as you've minted it. It's in your inventory, as we're calling it. So it was one of the goals. We had to make sure that it was simple because we found the same problem with not calling a whitelist. Like people didn't get it. So it was like, oh shit, it's got to be the same but different. So I'm gonna look at this Queens and Kings, but I'm thinking we were on the same. We didn't copy each other. I think it's slightly different. I'm more of the CryptoKitties things. So these are actually DNA. They're like genes, just like CryptoKitties. But yeah, that's really a good point. And we're hoping we avoided that, or at least made it easy enough so people get it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe it's something you can, not fix, but think with XTZ. So it's like the founder of Byte.io. And
yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's okay. And yeah, if XTZ
no worries.
Explain a bit maybe if you have already some ideas for it.
Yeah, no, I totally want to steal this, by the way. I was glancing at the server and I saw there was a little AMA going on, so I figured I'd jump in and say hi. But no, everything about what your little randomizer type thing here is I love every bit about this. This is actually super awesome. So but yeah, no, I mean, if there's ever anything that we can do on our end, feel free to, I'll shoot you a DM and we can touch base and connect because I 100% understand where you're coming from on the side of not being able to get help with something that you should be able to get help with. So,
Great. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I'll add you as a friend.
I don't know if you guys have any other question.
And if not, I can tell you how some things work. Maybe people don't think about this.
Yep.
And I'm more dev oriented, right? So the artist, you should check out if anything you get from this. I love Blake. He's awesome. It's jetpacks and roller skates. You can go to his website. But if you go to his Instagram, the guy's amazing. He's just awesome. Anyway, what was I going to say? The tech side. So these, like I said, I worked on CryptoKitties for a while. not like specifically with Dapper Lads, like we're a third party, but how they do the genes and stuff like that, it's I think is important because a lot of these NFT, people don't get it. They don't understand where these images are stored, IPFS, all of this kind of stuff. So we wanted to make sure that not only did the NFT store the data via a gene, but that if, that not that it's going to happen, but if the website goes down or whatever, that you can still have value. You prove that it's yours. You can build it. This is the gene that I have. I have the super rare hat. It still exists without us. So it was super important to us that we weren't just able to change genes on the fly and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, you're probably like, how do you how do you change these genes, and like how do you not do a rug pull? How do I just say no one can have the shit hat? Well, how it works is basically if you're doing a swap, you have to actually, and this happens all in the background, but you actually have to confirm that we're allowed to manipulate the gene. So only the person that owns the NFT and then us, we both have to confirm that it can be changed, and then that thing can happen. So again, you're not going to see this happen, but that's what happens in the back end. Technical people can look at the smart contract or this and figure it out. But I want to share some of those pieces of information.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The other one that's a common question is, on OpenSea, lower number tokens are like considered worth more, like a low CryptoKitty is worth more. In our kind of germ world, it doesn't necessarily matter what the number is. Well, to us, it doesn't matter. This might matter later for other people, we don't know. But in reality, the attribute is the thing that we care about, not the number of it. Like, how should I not, how you start at number 1 or whatever in a database.
Yep.
Number 2, right? And typically these NFTs, like number 1 is the
like number 1, 61, 420, like
right.
those meme numbers.
Yeah. So that we don't care necessarily. We care about the gene. So we'll be like, gene hat, like whatever shit hat is what the most valuable thing. So again, we are trying not to conform to OpenSea and Rarible. We really don't care if it's like $1 million we're making off this. We care about the technology. Want people to use the game and buy the NFT immediately and be like, oh, okay, it was worth $20 even just to play the game or whatever. I think it's more valuable that way.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Like, you never know what the market does. Maybe number 1 germ with no laser eye is worth a lot. We don't know, but that's not
maybe like the first number 1 naked germ will be like worth more.
Right.
But yeah, with the syndicate now, I think as I told you, we'll try to help you reach more people and make awesome collabs. I mean,
that's cool.
that could be also like a collab with Byte,
Yeah, 100%. We're open to anything and everything. We know we're on some unique tech that we kind of created, but we kind of designed this so it wouldn't just work with germs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's like the proof of concept kind of thing.
Because
all the tech.
There's so many like attributes. I mean, on the imagination is the limit. Like XTZ, I could really see like some horn from Scuttle on the germ,
Oh boy, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Or like the tail he has. I don't know. Just like. But there's like a lot of room for imagination and work in the future on that.
For sure. So I mean, we're still looking at a date, but we're kind of thinking about April 18th. Again, we're like crappy at marketing, and we're nervous that people don't know yet because we have 1,400 people in Discord or something. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm, yeah, but for this week, I have a lot of surprise for you too. But we talk that in private, so it's gonna be
Appreciate that. Like anything we can do, it's really tough. Here's another thing, and this is off topic, but I love talking this kind of stuff. Everyone's like, oh, it's a bearish market. Where like we called this months ago. Like anyone that knows anything knows that it's not like bearish. It's just where it's going should have been.
Mm-hmm.
And these projects like germs or the queens and kings, like I said, hopefully germs, they're unique and it's better for us that it's bearish. In fact, because people will only gravitate towards the project that are fun or different. And so like the 10,000 drop day, I think, is done now.
Yep. And also, like, it's better to have a community building, like a project building through community, like with an end goal of like staying in the long run than just launching. And now we're working on the game and all the aspects of that.
How do you trust people? And like we do cool stuff like this. Like here's our Discord. And I just wrote it because I was like bored. I'm like, okay, if I type random, our bot will automatically, generate one and should throw it up there in a second. Yeah, there you go. And then, just fun stuff because we coded it, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice.
Anyway, but again, I compared to everything, but if any questions, I'll answer. I really appreciate the time, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you have a question, just write it, or you can just jump in the call, no worries. And just to make a call, like join the, like for people in the AMA right now, join the BDA thread and react to the message, like with the nice Ducini reaction, and you'll get a whitelist spot for the second mask edition.
And Adam, did you give away the other?
Not yet.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
The first mask, we're gonna run the giveaway, I think tomorrow or on Wednesday.
Cool.
And you'll get a chance to have like one of the rarest trait on the LilGerms.
And like we'll make we're gonna make it fair, so we have to do it too. But I really want one of those. But I guess I'm gonna have to become a syndicate member.
I think so. You have a sneak peek of all the channels and what we're doing.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck? It was sick. I know these alpha channels and stuff exist, but again, I'm like a dev, and wasn't part of my brain. But it's quite interesting what you guys have going.
We are looking for devs actually.
Yeah, I think they look awesome. Any question, guys? If so, I think we can just finish the AMA. But also be sure to be in their Discord. I think, did I posted a link on the announcement? Nope. So we can just say hi and.
Yeah, for sure. If you have questions later, like we're docs, just add me on Twitter or whoever. Happy to chat. I always like tech stuff, so.
Here you have in the thread, I don't know if you can see it, but Josie Crypto said, I tried adding you as a friend. Can you give me an ad? I'd love to talk marketing with you.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah. Oh yeah, I kind of missed the chat. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. That's why I'm here. I'm reading the question and
added.
But yeah, then I guess I see no more question here or there. Thank you, Harry, again for the amazing presentation and to have selected us. I mean, we kind of sneak our way through your Discord to win the contest and be the first collab. But
right, that worked out though.
Yep. Work that well. That's the power of the syndicate and the agents.
Yeah, right. Because again, we were like, how the hell does this have 40 votes? And the other one has 8. What the fuck? Anyway, well, if we're ending it, thank you.
Yep.
Listening and taking a look at this. We really appreciate it. And
guys, really, if you don't have if you have more questions, just be in their Discord. Harry and their team, they're just always present and ask they love to chat. So
for sure,
already in there. Thanks.
Awesome.
All right,
generating random germs.
Nice.
That's perfect.